Hey everybody, welcome back to the tower. I hope you're having a good day wherever it is you are and whatever it is you're doing. Alright, if you're having a tower moment, you've come to the right place. All I do here is I draw two cards from the Nature Arcana deck like this to find out what your tower moment's going to be. We'll look at the bottom of the deck for more information and we will clarify. All these messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this, if the universe wanted you to see it, and there are no star signs. Everybody gets to play. So, with that out of the way, let's see what causes your tower moment. What kind of energy you got today? Whenever you're watching this, you got the Fool card on this side of the energy of the tower. This is making a bad choice, a foolish decision, a decision that was made out of last ditch attempts. It's the energy of I don't know what else to do, so I'm going to do this. This is the last resort. This is energy, a decision made in doubt. Like I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. And usually that never works. Sometimes it does, but I don't think you did it because it was the best thing to do. I think you thought it was your only choice. And that leads to the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is the fastest moving energy in the deck. So, your tower moment allows you to move on pretty quick. So, this feels like maybe sometimes the worst thing to happen to you is actually the best thing, but it doesn't look like that until more events take place. All right, what's on the bottom of the deck? Well, we got the World and the Star. So the World card is about closure, and the Star card is about new hope. So I believe this energy feels like hope brings closure, like a new chance, a new beginning, at something allows you to close out the past. Yep. All right. That makes sense, kind of. We'll clarify a little bit and see what the story says. All right, here we go. Why is the Fool card here? Six of Cups. You are definitely stuck in the past. 100% stuck in the past. You are trying to judge the future on what happened in the past. And you're like, well, what happened before, and why will that happen again? And you're just stuck. You're looking back constantly, and you're not doing much look ahead, which makes sense for the Fool card to be on this side of the tower. You're not looking ahead. There's no path forward. All you can think about is what happened in the past. Five of Wands. You are fighting with somebody. Hmm. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay, hold on. Is this a personal fight with somebody? Are you bringing up the past? Are you saying, well, what about when you did this? Or what about when you did that? Hmm? All right? And are you thinking about ghosting? Are you thinking about leaving somebody behind in the dust with the middle of the night without them even knowing? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe that's the best choice. I don't know. Seeing the cards kind of tell the story as you play them out, so it's not like you can just go on one card and say, "Well, that's it." But this is very much a decision of I don't know what to do next, but I'm not happy where I am. Okay, so you're looking back in the past and you're thinking, there's a lot of stuff that happened that was good and bad, and you're focusing on the bad because the Five of Wands is here. And that's the card of drama, fighting, not happy, very not happy energy. And the Five of Pentacles over here is ghosting energy. Yeah, you're planning to leave this person, whoever they are. You're planning to ghost out. You're planning to leave because they're they haven't changed or they haven't evolved. Well, yeah, the Three of Cups over the tower. You're definitely abandoning some kind of social group, family, friends, some kind of thing. You're getting away from them. And the Four of Pentacles on here. You really don't want to, but you feel like this is no choice. You feel like you have no choice here. This is the energy of I need out. I need to get out no matter what. This ride has come to an end. This journey has come to an end, and it's just driving me crazy. I can't do this anymore. I have to leave. I don't know what happened to get you here, But if this energy resonates, and if you feel trapped, if you feel like there's nowhere for you to go, if you feel isolated, if you just feel contained, like everywhere you turn, nobody likes you, or you feel like everybody's out to get you, or you feel paranoid, or you just don't get along with anybody you're around anymore for whatever reason, you're planning on ghosting them. You're planning on running away. You're ditching this, and the Four of Pentacles is here. It says, I really don't want to, but I don't have another choice. This tower has to burn. And the Chariot says, what? You might be going back to somebody that you used to know. Two of Cups. Somebody that really connected with you, and I think you left them too, because I got a feeling this energy is a pattern. Because when the Six of Cups is here, let's face it, you're not only looking back at their past, you're looking back at your own. And you're thinking, why does this keep happening to me? Why does this pattern keep happening? It starts out good, it goes good, and then it falls off. Why does this pattern keep happening to me? Why does the fights keep coming up? Why do I keep leaving? Why do I have to keep running away? So this is not just a them problem. This is also a you problem. So I think you're going to, let's add a couple more cards. Yeah. You're mentally trapped here. You have no idea what to do, but you need to get out fast. So I think you're going to connect with somebody you think about quite a bit. Right? Yeah. This is going to be a kind of a reckless move here. But that's why the World card and the Star card is here, because you hope that this will bring closure to your pattern. You hope that this will bring hope. Whoever you're going back to will bring closure to the situation that you're in, to whatever pattern you've been in your whole life. But this is a reckless move. It's one that's been in your head for a while, and you pretty sure that they were a match for you in the past. Why it didn't work out, I don't know. I'm just going to do a little conjecture here, a little thing. I think they were good for you. I think they were great, but I think they might have been too good. Now, when I say that, it's like, maybe they cared. Maybe they were like, don't drive in the middle of the night because it's dangerous and you'll hit a deer. And you took that as stop being controlling. Right? They told you they didn't want you to hang out with, you made new friends and your friends are drug dealers, and you were like, don't hang out with the drug dealers because if you get arrested, it comes back on everyone else you know too. It's a ripple effect and everybody gets hurt. And you took that as controlling. And now you're looking back at that and you're probably thinking maybe they really did just care about me more than I thought or knew. Now, age doesn't matter. You could be 40 years old and still think like a child. You could still think, you can't tell me what to do. And if you've ever watched a true crime documentary, it's like, yeah, the person who is trying to tell you what to do, if you would have listened, you probably wouldn't be on the true crime documentary being the subject of a murder investigation, being the victim. There's always somebody out there who's trying to help, and there's always somebody out there who's always, I can do what I want, you have to trust me, which in reality, that's why this pattern always exists, because person tries to help, you don't listen, you move on, and then it goes on, and then where you moved on to wasn't very good, so it's like a constant thing, and you keep wondering why that happens. But yeah, there's people looking out for you, or there was, and you ditched them. You really, yeah, because the Two of Cups and the Chariot, it's like the Three of Cups is here, and this is just the pattern that keeps happening, and now you're moving back. You're moving back because the World card is here. It's closure, and the Star card is hope. So when you're ditching one person and you're moving back to someone who you think is better for you, right? But when you left that other person who tried to help you and rebuild your life or wherever it is you came from, you probably hurt them worse than you ever knew. You probably ditched them like you ditch everybody else. You turned them into the monster that you wanted these new people to understand, or you just made them disappear completely. And now going back, you probably, there's a lot of, you got to be reckless, you got to be forceful, you got to say, oh, you got to pull out all the I'll never do it again cards and this, that, and the other. Because where you are at right now is turned toxic. I don't know if that's your fault, probably not, but it could be. I mean, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of drama and there's a lot of looking back in time and there's a lot of ghosting energy. So I don't know what happened here, but you feel like you're at your last resort. Could be you, could be them. We didn't look in that with those cards. But this is the energy that resonates with you right now in these cards is you need to leave. You're either in a toxic situation or you are toxic. One of the two. I'm not sure. But I'm going to guess that your situation has kind of turned a little bit bad. I don't like to think my viewers are toxic, so we're just going to go with that. And if you watching this and you're like, well, maybe I am the toxic one. Maybe I am the bad person. That's a you problem. You got to fix that. But I don't think it's you. I got a feeling it's the situation around you that is just kind of decayed. And you're looking for a way out. You're looking for, I need help. All right. But you're going to have to go back to the place that made you feel a little bit imprisoned. And it wasn't really prison. It was just restrictive because they're like, be careful. Don't do this. Don't do that. Simple things. And the more they tried to get you to not do that, the more you rebelled. And that's just what your pattern is, I think. You like to be free. You like to be independent. You like to be the Queen of Wands, which is on the bottom of the deck, which makes sense because you like to be you. You're like, I'm going to just do what I want when I want. And that has probably gotten into a lot of trouble throughout your whole life. And then you always have that emotional moment of clarity of, oh man, why did this happen or that happen? And and then it starts over once you find a safe place to be. I got a feeling that's probably your energy. And, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you got to control it. And I don't think after a while, you just kind of go a little bit on your own way. And then it ends up at this energy here at the beginning of the tower. And that kind of energy doesn't really mix well with organized families and people and rule systems, and you're just kind of independent. You're like the wind. You'll go whichever direction. And I think that's where you're at right now. You're looking for a new place to retreat to, and you're going to find someone here who was a match for you. Two of Cups. Something you've been thinking about for a while. Eight of Swords. And you're going to be kind of reckless as usual. And it's fast. The Chariot and the Knight of Swords are very, very fast energies. So when this happens, it's going to happen quick. And you're probably going to take somebody by complete surprise who thought they'd never see you again. So don't just show up at someone's door like, knock, knock, knock. I need to come in. We need to talk. And don't be like that. Call first, okay? Say, hey, can I come over for a day or a few hours? We need to talk. Don't just show up because they might not be home. They might not be happy with you. Start slow. That's what the energy says. You move very fast, very, very quickly. But I'm asking you to ignore that and move slow. And you're hoping that this new hope here, the Star card, brings an end to all this. And you can start over. But, yeah. It's kind of chaotic right now in your energy. And I'm not sure who's at fault or who to blame. But it kind of feels like it's both parties. You want to be yourself and they want you to not do all the stuff that you want to do because it feels dangerous and unsafe. and you're like, I can take care of myself. I think it's a good mix of both people. You just don't mix well with this kind of organization. Never have. Queen of Wands. Yeah. Well, you just didn't mix with wherever you're at, and you want to run away. You want to leave. You want to ghost them. I wouldn't recommend doing that either, but you're going to do whatever you want. Free will. And that tower's got to burn, and you got to leave another chapter of your life behind and maybe go back to an old one or try something new with somebody you already know. But I think you're going to try to reach out to someone and that you thought was a match. After that, don't know. No more cards are being drawn. All right, good luck out there. I'm going to show you the cards and I'll leave for the day. All right. Thanks for watching. And if you've made it this far, I appreciate you, and good best of luck to you and the people you're around. And please think about hitting the old subscribe button. I try to upload every day. All right. Talk later. Good luck. Remember, take it slow. Bye.